Where do you start in Power BI, like implementing it in your accounting firm? What should be your first project? I always encourage the automation of your budgeting process. So you're probably already doing a heap of budgeting for your clients, and it's probably being done in Excel. The challenge with doing it in Excel means that every month or every quarter, when you're delivering this budget via actual for your client base, you've got to data dump the new data, whether that's QuickBooks, MyOb, Xero, maybe you're tipping straight out of APS, maybe it's a different accounting software altogether. And then you're aligning all of this work, chart of accounts, you're doing VLOOKUPs in the Excel spreadsheet to make it all work. It's probably a half an hour to an hour process for every single client that you do. I think that is a perfect project to start with Power BI. Let's move all of those budgeting jobs out of the Excel spreadsheet and into Power BI, where we've got an automated system and we've also got integrity on your data, which is really important. So what you're looking at on your screen right now is a QuickBooks Online example, where what we've done is we've done the budget inside QuickBooks, okay? And then we've got data flowing year to date for the 2019 financial year. I understand why you want to look year to date, but I prefer to look monthly and quarterly. And the reason is because if you slip above or below budget, it's no longer relevant. So if you see sales here for shorts, it's 60 grand under budget, and then you look another day and it's changed slightly. Maybe you're still 60 grand under budget year to date. It's not really a good way to track your progress. Looking at it monthly or quarterly in a snapshot is a much cleaner way. Let me show you that now. So same process, we've still got that budget data that you've entered into QuickBooks down there, down the column there, budget quarter. But we've got it segmented into a quarterly. It can be monthly, by the way, as well. But it just gives you a sort of analysis of where you're at for this quarter that's just been. So you would supply this to your client. You say, look, here's how you've gone this quarter or this month. Here's how you did the previous quarter. And what we've also put into this template is the upcoming quarter, so the June quarter, because that way you're looking forwards and backwards, which I think is really important. So you can have a look at the historical data of how you've gone, scrolling down. But then what we've done here is the budget is the budget. I mean, the budget's what's come out of QuickBooks Online. It's what you put in for your client. Here's the budget for the June quarter. But then the projected is what we've done is we've said, okay, grab the last 3 quarters that have been and divide by 3. So it'll give you like a projection of how you're tracking. Now, rightfully, what's straight away come out of the bat from other accountants is that it doesn't account for anything. Dividing it by 3 on the previous quarters doesn't account for seasonality. It doesn't account for lots of different reasons why it may not be the case that the last 3 quarters are a good indication. So what we've added here is also sales projections, direct cost projections, and expense projections. So basically here, if you're looking at 11 grand, let's just say, look, you're running a clothes store here, and you know that you run a big sale, a 30 June sale for pants and whatever it might be, and you know that your sales are going to be a lot higher than the last 3 quarters. So let's bump our sales up. We'll put sales at 15%, we'll put direct costs up 10% because of that, and also, just for the sake of it, let's say, okay, expenditure overall will be down 5%. And so the page updates. Now we've got a new projected figure. The budget stays the same. The variance has changed. So see, we're still under by 2.5 grand. Let's just for example's sake, let's bump it right up to 40% to show you what we can do. Okay, so now when we do a 40%, we're all in green now. We're over budget with everything. But you can see how you can manipulate it and actually see what's upcoming. And we can also scroll down and say, look, even with a 5% reduction in advertising costs, we're still way over. These traffic light reports of variance v budget are a wonderful way to visualize and identify problems with your budget v actual. Now comes the fun part. So this is the quarterly, right? This is the scale part. How remember I touched on earlier how when you're doing Excel with QuickBooks, MyOb, Xero, you got a data dump each quarter, and it's probably a half an hour to an hour process per client each time that you do it. So watch this though. This is how powerful it is. Is now we come to the June quarter. So another 3 months has passed by, and we're ready to talk to our client about the June quarter. So let's click on June, and done. Here's the data. We don't have to actually do anything. We just change the date, and all of a sudden we're looking at the upcoming quarter now is the next financial year, 2020. We can start doing those projections again for the upcoming quarter. So just in summary, what do you, the accountant, get out of this? Well, you get that automated process, right? So massive efficiency gains. No longer for each one of your clients, you're not getting your junior accountant to roll over the file each time. You're also getting good integrity on your data. What is the client getting? Well, the client all of a sudden is getting these really interactive reports to play with. They can move the goalposts, they can look forward and backwards, which is really powerful. Identify problems. You can adjust the budget in QuickBooks. So go and adjust the budget and then it will flow through into here. All of a sudden, we've got new budget figures. The last thing I want to point on is that to get this set up, this is a template. This is turnkey solution. So let me show you how quick it is to get this data in. So here you're looking at the Atani CMS, okay? So it would be your accounting firm and you just add a client into the system. You go into that client, you invite that client into the system, the CEO or whoever it is. You go to third-party applications, add third-party. So here's Xero, here's QuickBooks, here's Mayo. We click on QuickBooks, up pops the QuickBooks login, you sign in, select which client you have, done, and you will get that report. And that's the same for Xero, Mayo, QuickBooks, out of the box budgets. That is super powerful, super quick. Integrity on your data, a powerful report building capabilities with Microsoft Power BI. I mean, to me, this is a wonderful first project for you to go down. Moving all your existing budgeting clients onto Power BI, huge upside. And this is only scraping the surface of what's possible in Power BI. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a really important budget via actual looking forward and backwards, really powerful. If you want to talk about it further with me, give me a call.